Today we're making blueberry cobbler, strawberries and cream, and chocolate peanut butter chia pudding. Hey guys, I'm Myra from Low Carb Love, and today we're making one of my favorite breakfasts, chia pudding. But not only is it nutritious, we're also making it dairy free and low carb. So before we get started with our recipe, I'm gonna go ahead and take my supplements. I'm gonna start off with my multivitamin. This one here is by Ritual. And this is just not like an ordinary over-the-counter multivitamin. This one was specifically formulated by scientists and nutritionists. Everything is traceable, so I know where my vitamin C comes from, magnesium, iron, super clean ingredients. They're gluten-free, they're vegan. I'm actually using the 18 and older, but they have prenatal, 50 and older, children's vitamins. I'm even using their protein powder for our chia seed pudding because, again, like I mentioned to you before, their ingredients are super, super clean. They use the best of the best, which for me is super important. So if you don't have a multivitamin that you're absolutely obsessed with, I'm gonna go ahead and leave these linked here. This is my discount code as well. I'll leave it linked in the description below. Take advantage of it, use my discount. So cheersies. And that's it, guys. I just take 2 a day and it gives you everything you need for the day. So let's go ahead and move on to our chia seed pudding recipe. Okay, so here we have all of our ingredients laid out. We're gonna start off with our chia seeds. Now I love cinnamon, so of course we're adding a little cinnamon. And in terms of your milk, I'm using almond milk, but you can totally use oat milk, coconut milk. Canned coconut milk is always gonna give you like a creamier consistency, but almond milk will work just as fine. And I'm still adding a little coconut cream because I do want it to feel a little thicker and creamier. And the coconut cream is definitely gonna give you that consistency. And for the sweetness, I'm gonna add some of the maple syrup from Chalk Zero. Okay, so now we're just gonna mix everything together just to make sure everything's well combined. And then we're gonna let it set in the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and assemble. You're gonna grab your cup or jar and you're just gonna start layering. So we're gonna do some chopped strawberries and then we're gonna follow it with our chia pudding. So now we're gonna go ahead and do a nice thick layer of our chia pudding, then top it with a little bit more strawberries, and you're just gonna keep repeating until you get to the top. And to garnish, I'm just gonna top it with a few strawberries and a little piece of mint. I think it just takes it over the top. Guys, look at how beautiful this looks. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to our second chia pudding. Now, I think I'm the most excited about this one because of course it has chocolate, peanut butter, and protein, and you already know how I feel about my protein. We're gonna start off with our chia seeds, and then we're gonna grab our protein powder. I'm just using a vanilla protein powder, sweetened with monk fruit. And I'm gonna be using some almond milk. Now to thicken it and give it that creaminess, of course we're using coconut cream, but if you're not dairy free or you don't care about that, then you can use heavy cream. We're gonna toss in some organic peanut butter. And lastly, we're gonna sweeten it with a little maple syrup, and now we're just gonna give it a whisk. So we're just gonna make sure everything's well combined. And again, we're just gonna toss it in the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, so now that our chia pudding is nice and thick, we're gonna go ahead and start assembling. I'm using some sugar-free chocolate syrup just to line the rim of the cup. I feel like it just makes it look really beautiful. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pour our pudding right inside. We're just gonna fill it up to the top, and then I'm gonna top it with some sugar-free chocolate chips, and of course you can add as much or as little as you want. Just look at how beautiful this looks. I have to say that I think the chocolate syrup is a must for this. And for our last chia seed recipe, we're actually going with the blueberries and cream. I'm super excited about this one as well. It's super creamy. We're just gonna start off with our chia seeds, and you're gonna use your milk of choice. I'm using almond milk, and to give it that thickness and creaminess that we're looking for, I'm using some coconut cream. This is really just like that full fat coconut cream. And for this pudding, we're actually adding some Greek yogurt that's just gonna add to the consistency, and we're also adding some vanilla extract. Now for the sweetness, we are adding a little maple syrup, which is of course sugar-free. We're just gonna give everything a really good mix, and again, just set it in the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour. Now our pudding is set, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab our cup, add in your blueberries, some of your chia pudding, more blueberries. You're just gonna continue layering until you get to the top. And to finish it off, we're just gonna top it with a little granola and coconut shavings. Okay, so we obviously have all 3 flavors. The chocolate's really calling my name. I love chocolate and peanut butter. So not only that, but it also has all that protein. And you guys already know how I am about protein. So I'm even gonna scrape it off the cup because it has that chocolate syrup. guys. All right, let's go. Oh my gosh. How can this even be healthy? It's so good. Okay, this is like over the top. The texture, so it's perfectly thick for me. Personally, I love this thickness. If you like it really watery, then of course you're just gonna add more milk. But I feel like the thickness is on point. You have the creaminess from not only the protein and the coconut cream, but also from the peanut butter, and the chocolate takes it over the top. What? These are like on another level, because you know how sometimes you don't know what to eat. You want something, you're like, I don't know, I feel like I'm craving something like sweet, and I'm not craving meat or whatever. These are perfect because they're they're so nutritious for you. And this one specifically, I added the scoop of protein, which adds 20 grams of protein. So like just knowing that you can have these types of options for breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, like I feel like it just opens up so many options. You know what I mean? For different meals, because you can add obviously peanut butter, chocolate, berries. I mean, just so many different flavor profiles that you can play around with on this. Comment down below, let me know other, like maybe your favorite chia pudding that you've ever tried, or just some ideas of different flavors. I'm gonna leave the recipe to all 3 of these in the description below. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, and don't forget to share not only this recipe, but the channel with friends and family that are living a low carb lifestyle, or that you know are just looking for healthier alternatives to their favorite foods. Guys, thanks so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Mwah.